What I'm up though, guys? Your favorite auditor, Audit Them, the one who encourages you to audit them. We are at the PACE headquarters. We visited their regional office about a week ago. That's where the first time ever I had to place 3 employees under private person arrest for committing a breach of police disorderly conduct. Oh, they got a bell here. Alrighty. So let's see here what they got here going on. Yes, hi ma'am. I need to see a list of the approximate number of full-time and part-time employees. Yes, accountability and transparency. Then probably you call somebody else. Thank you. Okay. Need to see a list of, yeah. This is the PACE headquarters here. Immediately she said, "I don't give you consent to record me. You are a government employee working in the official course of government duty. There's no consent needed. You gave up your consent when you filed your job application, and your personnel file would show that you give up that consent. And that you swear that you cannot hold anybody accountable if they were to use your image. That's in your personnel file as a government employee." Visitor passes. Meanwhile, let me see here. I did not see any of the records here though. Well, I walked fast. I did not really take a look at these here yet. But I don't see anything. If I am overlooking it, I ask them to point it out to me. Employees. Boardroom. Boardroom's locked. So let's see who walks up to the counter now and be able to assist. This is the headquarters of PACE here in Illinois. That's the receptionist desk. So far, I've been waiting here for 4.5 minutes so far. Let's see what these are. McHenry, Melrose Park. They all need a visit. West Mark. Oh, here's some more locations. Evanston. Harvey. Bridgeview. Been here 6 minutes already. I should have brought my other phone with me, so I could make outgoing calls. Oh, look, a ladybug. There they go, hiding, peeking through the window. There they go, peeking through the window. Oh, this is the Des Plaines location here. And that is the Joliet. Man, these Pace employees are so really strange. They start peeking through the walls and through the windows. Like, what type of transparency that they're required to provide are they hiding from, is the question. Was an employee getting some Grubhub or something in that fashion? So what did that lady run off and do? Did she call for assistance, or what did she got me standing here for? I came in and I simply, you guys seen how it went? The lady said she doesn't give consent to being recorded was the first thing I asked for was what they should have already, what I shouldn't even have to ask for. They should have it already prominently displayed, which is a total number of approximate number of employees, full-time and part-time. And immediately she said, "Are you recording? I don't give you consent to record." So I asked her to call somebody else then. And now I've been here for a total of 9 minutes according to this video. I hear somebody giggling in the back now. So let's see here. Let's see what they come up with. Let's see exactly what they come up with. As you know, I had to put those other employees from their other location in private person arrest. And hello, excuse me, is anybody here? And the reason why I mentioned I should have got my other phone is because I would have went live and had folks do not call to get their attention here to come assist. However, I could still run out to the car and grab my cell phone and go live. Let's give them a few more minutes before we take that into consideration. Let's see what this is. All right, yeah, no, I don't see none of the required records prominently displayed. I have a feeling they're escalating things. Oh, look at the restrooms they have here are inclusive. Inclusive restrooms. See what memoranda they have there. See this past the sign-in sheet here. Notice how there's no signatures on this, which is a good thing, because if they require guests to sign in, the signature should not be out in front of the public's eye, because the signature is exempt from public disclosure. So far it's been 13 minutes here. The employee left and has not came back. Let me go ahead and walk over to my car, go live. And give them a couple more minutes here. There goes somebody right there. Hey, how's it going? I need to see may I know what your name is, sir?
I'm Christopher Lyons, Basis FOIA Officer. Would you shut that off, please?
For what reason?
Because I don't consent to my image, likeness, voice being recorded.
Yeah, it's the right of the people to monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. Say that again?
Do you have a FOIA request you would like to give me?
There's under Section 4, there's requirements for records to be prominently displayed. Can you guide me to where the total amount of operating budget is?
Only if you shut that off.
Sir, I have a right to record here. I appreciate if you don't escalate things.
You do not have that right.
Yes, I do.
I'm asking you to please shut that off.
I have a right to record public employees in the official course of their duties.
No, you do not.
I need to see the total amount of operating budget. Can you show me where that's prominently displayed?
You have to shut that off.
No, sir, I'm able to record here.
No, you do not.
Yeah. Accountability and transparency. The First Amendment as well. Could you show me also where the total amount of operating budget is prominently displayed? A block diagram showing functional subdivisions is prominently displayed. This is the duty of the FOIA officer. You did confirm you are the FOIA officer? Poor behavior, Esquire. That's Christopher Lyons. That's the Esquire. You guys see how that went. It looks like they want to escalate things now. It looks like they're escalating things. You see how these non-transparent employees at Pace responded at their regional office, where I had to, every single employee was non-responsive, violated the law. I had to place 3 employees under private person arrest. And here I come to their headquarters, and you see how this man comes out in front of camera claiming us free Americans do not have the right to record our public employees in the official course of their duties. He's telling us straight to our camera we don't have the right. If they decide they want to escalate things to police right now, I am going to sign a immediate private person arrest. So we'll go ahead and see how this is going to go for them right now. We're going to see how it's going to work out for them right now. This is 550 West Algonquin, Arlington Heights. Location, this is the headquarters. This is where they are supposed to have Section 4. That guy did identify that he is the FOIA officer. So he is the right person who has to come here and make these records available. Beyond making these records available, he is to have them already prominently displayed. So we'll go ahead and see.
If you're not going to shut that off in response to my request, my polite and respectful request, I have nothing else to say to you, and you are respectfully asked to leave now.
Okay, I'm here for services.
I don't care what you're here for.
Can I have 3 FOIA forms?
If you're recording me, which I do not consent to, you are violating my personal rights.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. Can I have 3 FOIA forms?
You can hand me a FOIA request and then go.
I will not accept you violating my rights. I'm here for services. You have a duty to comply.
You have a duty to ask you have a duty to leave when I politely ask you to leave. You have a duty to shut that off when I politely ask you to shut it off.
No, sir, you will be viewed.
Call the police and ask them to escort you out, because you are no longer welcome on premises if you are violating the rules.
I am here for business. I'm waiting on 3 FOIA forms from you.
There is no FOIA form. There is no FOIA form per se. If you would like to write out a FOIA request and tender it to me right now, I will accept it.
There's records that you...
Or you can follow the normal policy and submit it via regular mail or electronic mail as you did your previous FOIA request. So I know you know how to do it. And I know you're just here to cause trouble because you submitted 5 other previous requests properly.
I'm not sure what you are referencing. I'm not here to cause trouble. I don't appreciate you accusing me of that. Under Section 5 ILCS 140 subsection 4, you are required to prominently display records. I'm here to see if those records are available. Yeah, I'm here to see if those records are available. You are a servant of the people, sir.
Yes, I am.
This video will be viewed by
No, it won't.
many people.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
I will enjoin it.
You will enjoin it?
Sir,
This is a public body, open to public disclosure. I will have you arrested for creating disorderly conduct if you choose to create a fictitious police report. I am here for business.
Police report, you are trespassing. You have been asked to leave.
I am not trespassing. I'm here for business.
You refuse to leave?
You can't ask me to leave from a public entity.
I've asked you to leave repeatedly, and you're not leaving.
I'm here for service.
So you are refusing.
No, I am
You are
not.
entitled to service when you are violating my rights by filming me without my consent.
You're going to go viral with this video for a lack of transparency and accountability and violating a member of the public's rights as you are a servant of the public.
Yes, sir.
5 ILCS requires records to be prominently displayed. I'd like you to guide me to where those records are currently displayed.
Yes, ma'am. Speak to an officer. We have a trespasser at base of the bus. Yes.
I am not a trespasser.
Hello? Yeah, I'm at the base of the bus. We have a aggressive individual in our line. I guess, for you with a little more authority in my possession.
Let me prepare the trespassing code. He's lying. He's saying I'm loud. He's the one who was loud.
There's nothing further I can do for you than anything I've asked you for. I would say he's maybe in his late 20s, early 30s.
They're going to learn the hard way today. Hopefully the police officer, when they get here, they do honor and arrest these employees for committing a breach of peace. I do have all my codes laid out right here on the front counter. You cannot be trespassed from a government building. This section does not apply to being in a building which is open to public, while building is open to the public during normal business operation. So that's the FOIA officer there. And you guys see, he said he's gonna enjoin me on this because he doesn't give us a right to record him in the official course of his government duty. We're going to obtain that call. He called to the police as well. There goes a cop right there. He just pulled up. There goes a cop, Arlington Heights Police. So let's see how this goes. Here comes the cop right here. So I have, open it. Pull the door.
Thank you.
All you had to do was pull it.
I was pulling, it wasn't working.
How's it going?
Good, what's up?
Good.
Can I do it for you?
I need you to arrest this man
Okay.
under 735 ILC, or he just created a breach of peace. I'm here to submit FOIA requests and make sure that they are in compliance with Section 4. He did confirm he is the FOIA officer, which under Section 5 ILCS 140 Section 4 requires a public body to prominently display records. I am asking him about these records. He became very combative and extremely distasteful. It's on film. He called the police. What he did is he committed disorderly conduct under 720 ILCS 526.1. What he did was he did in effect an unreasonable manner to alarm or disturb another by provoking a breach of peace. He transmitted a call making a matter of a false police report to a public safety officer without reasonable ground necessary to believe that transmitting the report to a safety officer will promote welfare and of the public officer. What he did was he called 911 to transmit, or calls to be transmitted in any manner to a public safety officer for making or transmitting a false police report, complaint, reporting information when at the time of the transmission, the person knows that there's no reasonable ground for making a call of transmission, and further knows that the call for transmission can result in emergency response from public safety agency. He's refusing service to provide under Section 4 of the Freedom of Information Act requires the FOIA officer to make records available to members of the public. Each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative or regional offices, make available, if requested, which he has to make these available, a brief description of itself. We are PACE, we were established in 1800, a yada yada. A block diagram giving functional subdivisions, that's a flow chart, an organizational chart has to be prominently displayed or made available to. Along with additional records, which I have my checklist here to verify either, yes, the record is prominently displayed on that bulletin right out in front, or it's not, either or. And I forward this over to the appropriate channels here. He's refusing service. He believes, let me ask you a question here, good officer. Does member of the public have a right to record in this lobby here public employees in the official course of their duty?
That's whatever their business, that's whatever the policy is.
Whatever the policy?
Whatever the policy of the business is.
No,
So
sir.
you have a right to record anybody at any time, but if you're in a private business, that's up to the business.
Do you consider PACE, this entity, a private business?
Private business.
No, it's not, sir. This is a public body.
Okay.
Under Section 5 ILCS 140, this is considered a public body.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Do you mind can we just back up from the beginning?
Sure.
So because you
Yeah.
threw out a lot of stuff.
Well, I want him arrested. I'm going to ask you one more time after I finish hearing you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
A lot of questions. So let's just back up, just from the very beginning.
Sure.
You are here for what reason?
So I walked in the door.
Okay.
A young lady, I believe receptionist,
Okay.
was sitting at the counter.
Okay.
I walk in. I don't engage first. I don't say hello. I wait for the employee to respond, how may I help you? So I walk in.
Okay.
She said, how may I help you? Holding the camera just like as I am. It's visible. I'm recording. Yes, ma'am. I need to see the total amount of full-time and part-time employees. Can you show me, can you guide me to where I can, that's prominently displayed? First thing she said, because that's one of the things in this list. That's
And that list, I mean, I'm just gonna, if you don't mind me stopping at, what is that list?
where?
Like, what is that?
Oh, it's a request to identify the full-time and part-time employees.
This list right here?
No, well, this list, yes.
What is this list, is what I'm asking.
This
You-
list-
You referred to it a couple
yeah.
times, I'm just like, what is this?
This list is Section 4 of the FOIA Act,
Okay.
the rules and obligation of a public body, which needs to be fulfilled by the Freedom of Information Officer, which the gentleman who called the police making a false transmission is the identified Freedom of Information Officer.
So you're here requesting,
So I
you
asked-
have a FOIA request is what you have.
No, I don't have a FOIA request. I'm here to verify, as of right now, I don't have a FOIA request. I'm here to verify in that bulletin if these records are prominently displayed, which as of right now, I don't see them.
Okay.
I'm trying to communicate with the FOIA officer to ask him if he could guide me to them. Maybe they're in a different area. And or if not, he can't guide me. I'll check off all no that they're not prominently displayed, but I would ask him to make them available as it is required under the law and his job. So I walked in, young lady says, I asked her that question, can I see that record? She says, I don't give you consent to record. Ma'am, we have the right to record public employees in the official course of duty. I don't give you consent to record. Please call somebody else. I wait here 10 minutes, the FOIA officer comes in here belligerent.
I'm listening.
Sure.
I'm listening. Okay, came in with religion.
And as of right now, I would ask you to press charges for a breach of peace. He is the one who committed disorderly conduct, Class C misdemeanor. He is definitely committed breach of peace, and I would ask for a arrest by a peace officer, as you have a duty to arrest.
So we're not there yet. So I still have questions on
Yeah.
everything that's going on here, all right? Okay, so you came in here, you demanded to see some information.
No, sir, I did not demand. I simply asked.
Or requested, either way.
Yeah.
You requested to see some information.
Sure.
And they refused.
No, at the beginning, the lady went and called, the receptionist went and called the actual FOIA officer. Then the FOIA officer would not even listen to what I'm conveying to him. He's talking over me, which is, it's his duty and his obligation to perform these set duties according to 5 ILCS 140, Section 4, actually Section 3.5, 4, and 5. And he escalated things. He's telling me things found not to be true, which is I don't have the right to record public employees in the official course of their duties. This establishment here at PACE is a public body, administrative body of the state of Illinois. They are subject to public disclosure. No way, shape, or form. No way, shape, or form is this a private business. This is considered a public body Members of the public have a right to record our intelligence staff in the great state of Illinois because it promotes accountability and transparency. So as of right now, he did commit a breach of peace. I would ask you to arrest him.
So I don't understand what breach of peace are you asking?
Sure. What he did, sir.
I understand what the statute is.
Yep. Well, that's the statute. That's a breach of peace.
But calling the police because he has an issue with somebody in his building is not a breach of peace.
No, what he conveyed over the phone is a false police report.
So false police report means that we're going to play in hypothetical land. False police report says that you did something that you did not do, and I'm going to swear and affirm that this person did something he did not, and that we used resources and police resources after filing a police report saying that under false pretenses, knowing that it was incorrect. By him calling and saying whatever he said on the phone, and then me coming here and this officer coming here and defending, okay, maybe that's not 100% accurate. If we arrested everybody for everything that they said on the phone that may or not have been accurate, we would arrest everybody. So that is not a disorderly conduct.
It is indeed a disorderly conduct. Here's what we'll do. I ask you to arrest the gentleman. If you refuse to, that's a direct violation of a specific duty under 720 section criminal procedure as well. I'll follow that up with affidavits at a later time. However, if you refuse to at this day arrest this gentleman as well, I will place him under 725 ILCS 51073. That's an arrest by a private person. I'm not going to put any detainment or physical restraint on the individual, which it's granted by law. But what I will do is I will inform them of an arrest by a private person. An arrest by a private person a person may arrest when he has reasonable grounds to believe that an offense other than an ordinance violation is committed. So what he did was a Class C misdemeanor. Again, he committed disorderly conduct when he or she knowingly does an act of an unreasonable manner to alarm or to disturb and provoke a breach of peace. He did those three, along with Section 5 and Section 6 of 720 ILCS 526. All it really had to do is he had to say, we don't have the records displayed today. And usually I asked, under good faith, do you believe in 21 days you would have these records displayed? FOIA officer would tell me yes, under good faith. And I would check everything off. I'll go ahead and submit a FOIA request, receive a stamp, and I'll be all set. But these things escalated to a breach of peace now. And I am asking the officers here to perform their duty. But if you'd like to get their side of the story, let me mention this real quick here, sir. Criminal trespass 720 ILCS 521.3. Mm-hmm. This section shall not apply to being in the building which is open to the public while the building is open to the public during normal business operation. In his mind, he believes I'm here to submit FOIA, but he's a FOIA officer and he doesn't want to be on camera for accountability and transparency. So he just wants police to come abuse their authority and trespass me from here, which I believe he's an Esquire, an attorney. That's sad because he doesn't know this law. I cannot be trespassed from a government entity according to the actual state statute. I have everything lined up here. Beyond that, this is not about him calling here and threatening a member of the public with trespass. Now escalated, he's the one who committed a criminal offense. I'll wait for you guys to get his side of the story. Let me ask you this question. Will your body cam be on when you interview the man?
Yeah, anytime we're
great,
on our body
great.
Cam, absolutely.
Be waiting out here momentarily. May I know what your name and identifier is, sir?
Officer Ferguson, FERGUSON, badge number 344.
Thank you, sir.
I'm getting caught up here. I missed
Sure.
the beginning of it. Can I ask what information you're looking for the FOIA request? Just
Yeah.
to catch me up.
So under 5 ILCS 140, Section 4 of the FOIA Act, requires set records to be prominently displayed at the public body.
Okay.
When you first walked in, you noticed the bulletin on the wall there.
Yeah.
Right. That bulletin is supposed to have these records on there.
Okay.
I'm coming to check if this public body is compliant with Section 4, as members of the public have a right to.
Okay.
And I check off either yes it is or no it's not.
Okay.
Beyond that, first thing I came in here, let me hear what they're talking about. We'll chat. me fill out a FOIA request. See if I could get a blank page or something. Let's check here. See if they have a blank page. Probably fill out a FOIA request on this form.
Last week he did electronic.
And that's what you were trying to respond to today? You said you tried to respond to it.
No, I didn't not respond to it in official, that's a very formal request. I did that yesterday electronic. Yes, as well.
Through email?
Through email.
Okay, when you sent them that, you sent them a letter, through email?
I sent him a response to the request, it was granting in part, denying in part, and the plan is to ask him for additional time.
Okay, right, we'll go. So as of this point,
Yes, sir.
when it comes to your request for any type of criminal proceedings against this gentleman, we don't have any cause to arrest him at all. When it comes to anything that is a disorderly conduct, that doesn't apply right here, so we have no grounds to arrest anybody at this point, anybody involved. In regards to your request through the Freedom of Information Act, that is not something law enforcement enforce. We don't enforce people if they're in violation of a FOIA request. We don't enforce that. That's not something we will handcuff somebody for and take them to
No,
jail.
it's not about FOIA violation. It's a disorderly conduct state offense, Class C.
Yes, but there's no grounds for that here, to arrest anybody involved.
Well, here's the good thing, sir. At a later time, we will receive the actual phone call from this public body to the police, which would be discovery. We would receive that body worn camera, which you did convey back there. At a later time, what we could do is start the affidavit process once we do have those accurate information, accurate records that show this offense has been committed. I'm listening.
Absolutely, that is absolutely your right to do all of that.
So what is his intention, or what is his request of you as of right now?
We have to be a little bit more specific.
What is he requesting the police presence for? Can I have a call event number before we continue? Go ahead and write it down here.
Yes, I'll have to go to my car right now. Do that. You mind if I get your information so I know who I'm talking to?
What type of information are you asking for?
Do you like name, date of birth, telephone number, or anything?
The FOIA Act is not intended to cause an unwarranted invasion on personal privacy.
Okay,
So
so you don't want to give me any?
It's not required, so I choose not to at this time.
That's fine, so I was just asking. You don't want
Sure,
to?
yep, you
Okay, no
just
problem.
asking.
We'll
Yeah.
give you information.
There's no requirement, sure. So as I was saying, Mr. Ferguson, I walked in. First thing I asked the young lady receptionist at the desk.
Yeah.
I walked in, holding the camera up like it's visible and recording. I don't usually engage the person first. I wait for to see if the employee would say, "Hello, sir, how can I help you?"
Okay.
Right. I walked in quietly. Lady says, "Hello, sir, how can I help you?" I say, "Yes, ma'am. I need to see the total amount of full-time and part-time employees, which is one of the requirements."
Okay.
First thing she said, "Are you recording?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am. Accountability and transparency." She said, "I don't give you my consent." I told her, "Well, ma'am, we have the right, members of the public have the right to record public employees in the official course of their duties. I don't give you consent. Please call somebody else." I asked her, "Please call somebody else."
Okay.
I wait 10 minutes, total on video. FOIA officer comes out, extremely combative. The video shows everything. He escalated the things to the police. The reason why I say there's a duty of police to act on of a breach of peace, I don't have that exact statute here, but what this FOIA officer did commit is 720, because your body cam is on, your corporation counsel see this, 720 ILCS 526.1, disorderly conduct. A person commits disorderly conduct when he or she knowingly does any act in such unreasonable manner to alarm, which they alarm the police, or disturb another.
By definition of disorderly conduct and being alarmed, I can't be alarmed by a lot of things.
No, they alarmed me.
Okay.
They alarmed me.
By calling the police. That's
By calling the police, yep. Because there's no crime, there's no emergency for police to be here. I'm simply asking the man to do his job, his set rules of FOIA.
Okay.
So what he did was he disturbed an alarm and to provoke a breach of the peace. Under Section 5 specifies he transmitted or caused to be transmitted in any manner a false report to a public safety agency without the reasonable grounds necessary to believe that transmitting the report is necessary for the safety and welfare of the public. He also is in offense of Section 6, calls the number 911, which he did, or transmit to be transmitted in any manner to a public safety agency for the purpose of making or transmitting a false alarm or complaint and reporting information when, at the time of the transmission is made, the person knows, which the FOIA officer knows, there's no reasonable ground for making the call for transmission, and further knows that the call could result in the emergency response of public safety. So on 3 counts, really on 4 counts, I don't have the Fort statute printed out here.
I mean, just in general, if anything makes them uncomfortable, we call for suspicious incidents all the time. Somebody walking down the street that people don't recognize, walking to a parking lot that they don't recognize in an apartment.
It's different from a private person versus a government employee.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. If they feel uncomfortable and they don't have any police powers, and that's why they call it, they feel uncomfortable, if somebody makes them uncomfortable or makes them nervous, they are within their full right to contact us. So we can come and kind of be the mediators if they feel like, and I'm sure when they came out here, if it was hostile, there was tension there, and that escalated.
That gentleman was very hostile. I'm forthcoming and calm, just like I am with everybody else. So it is a breach of peace. Whether you construed it in that fashion or not, the state statute stands. I am announcing that I am submitting 720 ILCS 51073, which is an arrest by a private person. A violation of disorderly conduct is a Class C misdemeanor with not more than 30 days and a minimum fine of 75, maximum of 1,000 per offense. And there's a duty, there's a code under the disorderly conduct, under the arrest by private person. There's a statute that identifies any law enforcement officer, whether deputy, state trooper, municipal police, any law enforcement has a duty to arrest whoever commits a disorderly conduct. He believes we don't have the right to record him on camera. He called the police because there's a camera going on. That's a false police report. Oh,
yeah, sorry. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
So let me submit this FOIA and I'm all set for today.
This is case
Thank you,
number
sir.
gonna be under?
Thanks.
It's, AHP, Arlington Heights Police.
Arlington Heights PD, yeah, 20.
And then this is obviously today's date.
Is this the full number?
That's the only, yes, that's the case.
Full number, okay, cool.
So I'm assuming your requesting me to do a police report on this and to document everything that was going on. That's your request for this?
If you're willing to write down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're on the same page before we leave here. So basically what will be written is everything that you told me, everything that he told me, and then that's it. Obviously the summary,
Yeah.
I'm not, to go back.
It's
and
pretty
read
fair
verbatim
to
report.
get two sides of the stories.
And I don't know if it won't be ready today. It'll be ready tomorrow.
Sure.
How it works. Have you ever picked up a report from our police department before?
I'm not going to confirm or deny at this time.
I just want to give you some
Yeah.
information to make it easier for you if you have. So
FOIA, through FOIA.
I'll just assume that you haven't. So when you walk into our police department, if that's for something that you want, you go in to the right. You'll see some cabinets. You'll see a big glass like this in the front. You go to the right. You'll pass some cabinets and you'll see where it says AHPD records.
Sure.
You go in there and you speak to the records. You can give them that case number.
Yeah, they'll be
You
able to
show-
pull
you
up
can
the
show them
report.
the card. You'll fill out a FOIA request for the
Sure.
for the report, and then I don't know their time frame. I don't know how they work when it comes
5
to
business days.
usually it is.
5 business days.
But usually-
Or an extension.
But usually it'll come. I know like the force requires, but usually it's depending on the report. Sometimes it might be quicker.
Yeah.
So what I want to convey is I don't know if it'll be same day. So I don't want you
No,
to
no,
block time off to have
It's-
to wait and then you're just.
It'll be
stuff like
forwarded
that.
all to Corporation Counsel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But just to let you know that's how you request it if you haven't done
Sure.
it before.
I have visited Arlington Heights City Hall lobby
Sure.
with the same section. Off the top of my head, I do not recall if they had the stuff prominently displayed or
Do you know where the
not.
police department is?
Is it in the same?
Right next door.
Next door,
So
yeah.
if you're looking at the lobby, it's right next door.
Right.
The same parking lot.
And yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous how these employees escalated the things right now. So he was talking something about an electronic, he's claiming that I submitted an electronic FOIA request already.
He mentioned that. Yeah.
Right, yeah, he mentioned that to me before you guys got here. I have no idea what he's talking about or who's, what he's talking about in that regard. I did visit the PACE location in Elgin. Those employees were extremely belligerent. These PACE staff is the only staff that I had to declare 725 arrest by private person so far. Everybody else has been compliant or non-compliant, but if they're non-compliant, they don't escalate things. Under good faith, they tell me in 21 days they would post all this stuff. That's it, and I'll come back and check in 21 days. But PACE staff is specified on camera. As of right now, my good man, I'll just file my FOIA request with the FOIA officer. He has a duty to provide me a retention copy of this, and I'll be all set for the day.
Just before I push my
Yeah.
you want me to go get him and speak with him? You want to speak with him?
I would like to speak with him, yeah. That's my purpose, to come and speak with the FOIA officer. Thank you. Should never have to escalate like this. Our great staff in the state of Illinois, some are combative. I appreciate you and this young officer here, this fellow officer, for being patient, cordial.
I appreciate you being good with us. I mean, you never know how many people. This is our first time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you being patient and explaining things and talking with us. And
Right. I have a set goal that I like to accomplish, and it's almost impossible to get derailed off that because here's a set line of codes here, multiple codes. It's a procedure, and it's the duty of the people to monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest, according to FOIA code. And it's unfortunate. There's 80% of compliant and courteous staff. The unfortunate part is 20% are combative and rude, but never to this level of an arrest by a private person.
Yeah.
How can I help you, sir? Yes, I'm here to check if you, the FOIA officer, have these records prominently displayed. Well, let me guide you, son. Let me show you where they are displayed. If they're not, sir, do you believe in 5 days, in 21 days, you'll have them prominently displayed under good faith? Yes. Is that your FOIA request? Here's a copy, sir. Have a nice day. It's harm that this employee caused. Embarrassment.
You can go, man. I mean, you have a plan. Spoke to the.
If you decide to, whatever you decide to do.
Spoke to the gentleman back there. He is not comfortable being on camera. He said he will happen to do whatever request you want in person. He just doesn't like to be on camera.
But he cannot deny me my right.
He says you can do it electronically. He says you have every right to do that electronically.
I have every right to submit a FOIA request in person. I'm not including any contact information on this, meaning I'm choosing to inspect these records in the same format they are maintained. So that's all he would have to do is provide a copy of this for me, and in the next 5 business days, or with an extension in the next 10 business days, I'll be back to inspect said records. And that's all it should be, and hopefully by that time he would have all these records prominently displayed. I wanted to bring that to his attention as well, because I forward this over to the Attorney General if the public body isn't compliant or not. Why wouldn't he want to be compliant with his own rules and regulations under FOIA, which he has a completed training certificate for FOIA?
So he's never mentioned anything about that. His personal issues, he doesn't want to be on camera. He has a right to refuse to be on camera.
No, sir.
So I'm obviously, this is public record that has to be FOIA, and certain things will be redacted.
According to the employee's personnel file, they waive consent when they first get the job working for the government. They waive consent to having their image.
I'm not disagreeing with
disseminated to the public. They waive that consent, and they cannot hold the person recording them in the official course of their duties under legal scrutiny. It's the other way around. The members of the public can scrutinize the public employees because they're supposed to be forthcoming, accountable, and transparent. It looks like you're telling me that he wants to refuse service as well, on top of him being under private person arrest. So what would you advise that I do as of right now? Should I leave my FOIA thing on the counter here and walk out without receiving a copy as a confirmation?
So when it comes to issues of FOIA,
or you know what, we'll call his superior if he's unwilling to assist. If we could ask for a different staff member.
I can.
Sure, yeah, that'll make sense. Somebody more transparent.
But when it comes to issues of FOIA,
sure,
they're not police enforced.
Right.
So, look, I'd be lying to you if I was an expert in FOIA and all the rules and records. I'm not. So I don't want to give you information that may be incorrect. So I just don't know when it comes to things
I know
like that.
all the points for FOIA. I know every single point for FOIA.
Probably,
and I have the law here.
You probably know more than I do. I would advise you to maybe, if you feel that you've been wronged here on the FOIA issues.
Sure, I'll forward my paperwork over.
Was to speak with an attorney.
Yeah.
Along those those lines and call the corporate office of Pace and file there. But I would be happy to go back there and see if there's anybody else that can speak with you.
I also want to announce to you, sir, that I really do appreciate you and the young fellow officer for patience, calm, and courteous response. And but one thing that I have to disagree with is I forgot the word of duty.
Dereliction?
Their election of duty, because like I said, there's a specific code. I don't have the code with me today, but it requires all law enforcement officers, state troopers, deputies, municipal police to make an arrest when disorderly conduct is performed. Disorderly conduct was performed. I don't have the section here with me today, but that's nor here nor there. I'll probably set up a time to speak with the police chief at Arlington Heights. And beyond that, I'll reach out to the inspectors general and so on. But yeah, if there is an additional employee, it's just trying to do the reasonable thing and finish up with everybody's business here. Thank you. Because I just need basically a copy of my FOIA request here. Sir, you are under private person arrest. You are informed. It's not special treatment. I prefer to do my business in person. I'm coming to inspect these records here. I'm not providing any email or contact information. Oh, look, front desk notes.
He said there is nobody above him who is the FOIA attorney, so his answer is no, there is nobody. So if you feel like you've been wronged here when it comes to FOIA and whatever this business is doing, my recommendation would be to take it up with an attorney. Or if you work for somebody, I don't know, who goes with you, to your superiors, if you have any, or if you're doing this as a private citizen, is to do whatever you feel like you have to through the court system or anything along those lines. I would recommend that, because when it comes to law enforcement, again, FOIA.
No, I see what you're specifying, sir. You have resources, you have crime to fight out there, you have big things to take care of, and really this is the crime here. Yeah, but so I guess what I'll do, sir, is what time do you have on your current watch? 3 o'clock. I guess
I have my phone on me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's close to 3, 10 to 3. I'll sit here momentarily, give me about 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna write up a piece of paper. If somebody walks up to the counter, I'll kindly ask them if they could make me a copy. If nobody walks up to the counter in the next 15 minutes, I'll politely leave my FOIA request paper right here on this counter, and I'll be all set for the day. I'll forward over my paperwork to the channels about this disorderly conduct. Would you like me to hand that to somebody for you? No, because this is not complete yet. Okay. I gotta fill out all my full statement today, and I would really love a copy, because this is my only page here with this info. But I'm gonna hand write this stuff again. I should have came with an additional copy. So basically, what I'm doing is so it could be tracked and logged. I'm basically filing my FOIA request on the same page, outlining the offense committed by these employees. So when they scan that into the system, not only are they going to receive a FOIA request, but they're going to receive a criminal complaint attached with that FOIA request. So it could be made to the public and know of the wrongdoing that they're committing here at Pace. After that, I'll just leave it on the counter, but they have a duty to accept that FOIA request, and they cannot destroy a public record. So that's about it. It'll probably take me 15 or 20 minutes. I know you don't got the time for that. But as you see, do you believe from talking to me, do I seem like I'm belligerent or combative?
Nobody here has been.
Yeah, that's what he said over the phone. I was being loud.
You might have been loud because there's glass here. Maybe you're just talking.
Well, the video
loud.
shows, yeah.
I wasn't here. I don't.
But anyhow, that's what I'll do, my good man. I'll go ahead and fill this out. Take me about 15, 20 minutes to file it. I'll sit here in the chair, file it. Hello, I'm dropping off a FOIA form. Wait 2 minutes, nobody comes out. I'm leaving the FOIA form on the counter. Have a nice day. I'll be back in the 10 days of compliance. That's all it is.
Whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm going to let them know that you are going to be out
Sure.
there. Just
It ain't
because I
no
don't know
issue.
if they monitor this, and I know their lobby
Yeah.
closes.
Well, there's a camera right there.
Yeah, no, I know their lobby
Yeah.
closes soon.
4:30?
I think it's
4.
Don't quote me on that. but
Way
it might be 4.
before 4 o'clock, I'll be completed with this
Absolutely.
stuff.
I just
Yeah.
want to let you know.
Sure,
that
yeah, for sure.
you don't need any of that.
Oh, man. How sick these people are. 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 Sir?
So I don't know. I was going to call you Mr. Save. I don't know your name. So if you want to leave a FOIA thing for them,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yes, they don't want you here in the lobby. They're afraid that their individual is going to sit up there. They don't want to be recorded the entire time for just sitting there doing their job, and they would like you to respectfully leave their lobby. Leave whatever you feel like you need to leave
Yeah.
as an official request. They're not denying that, but they don't want you sitting out here for 20 minutes doing this. I mean, if you want to sit in the parking lot or in the
No,
thing,
sir. Because of that, now I want to sit here till 4 p.m. If I want, I don't want to, and I'm not going to. But that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. These doors are not to be closed off and block members of the public to exercise their right here. We're free Americans. This is not a third world country. And they don't make arbitrary rules like that just on the fly because of comfort. The police officers are not comfort enforcers, they're law enforcers. And the ones who's committing the crime here is the employees. But it's up to you. I mean, I won't leave under any threat of
I've not threatened you at all.
No, according to them, not you, sir. I do appreciate and I respect you, sir. But I got to finish up my paperwork, whether that takes 15 or 20 minutes. That's just how long it's going to take. We have the right to sit here in these lobbies, and hence there's chairs here. And so yeah, I mean, imagine this took 1 hour where it could have only took 10 minutes. The records are not displayed. We'll have them displayed in the next 15 days, sir. Have a nice day. That's your FOIA request. Here's a copy. Have a nice day, sir.
Okay, all right, so I just,
He has.
I'm-
If you honor your oath here today, sir, which I'm sure you always do, inform them he has a right to record public employees in the official course of their duties. We can't do nothing to him. If he was belligerent, if he came here yelling and throwing chairs around, we can charge him. But he's coming in here with legitimate business, and he has a right to file paperwork and sit in the lobby during normal business hours, which is required under Section 3H of the FOIA Act. But that's about it. I mean, it's just taking a little bit longer here because they're delaying the process.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
he has a right.
I'm just, again, I feel like I'm more of a mediator at this point, but, because obviously, you know, that's basically what I feel like I am at this point, is just a mediator between two individuals.
But that's an embarrassment as he's an attorney as well, what I hear. And he doesn't know these simple laws.
I believe he's in, yes, I believe he's in, right? They're requesting that you.
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
asking you, and if you're not willing to leave, then.
I am going to leave when I'm
Just
finished
not-
filing my paperwork. Sure, of course. I'm not just wasting time. They're wasting my time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not here just to waste
I'll be right
somebody's
back.
time. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Sure.
I'm not gonna go. You don't mind getting anything?
yeah. All right. It looks like he got to call his chief for what is it called? Advice or something. Let me finish filling this out. So, alrighty. Got all that.
Take as much time as you need to fill it out. They just requested that I hang out here.
Man.
And then you do whatever you need to do and hang out. And I'll just...
Well, may I know if the police ask you to stay here or the staff here asked you to stay here?
They do.
Okay, I thought maybe you reached out to a superior and asked them for advice or something.
No, I was informing him of
Sure.
what was going on. And look, I don't hide anything.
No,
I
no.
told him, you know, if and when you FOIA this, you'll get everything anyway. So I informed them that
Yeah.
that you are going to fill this out anyway. Like,
Sure,
you're gonna
yeah.
do what you,
But now it's making it look like I'm being escorted out by police.
No, just let me explain first before you.
Yeah.
So I just informed them, you know, look, at the best way to resolve this is for you to do what you want to do, is fill your form out if it takes.
What I'm
you know,
allowed
time.
to do
I know,
by
I'm saying-
law.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then fill it out, and then you put it on your desk and whatever you have to say, and then leave.
That's all it is.
That's all you
That's
want
all
to
it
do.
is.
I said that's the best way to resolve this.
Sure.
And they stated that they're worried that if the employee sits up here, that the employee's going to be on camera, that they're not comfortable with, and okay,
But
not everyone has to be comfortable.
Here's the
being
thing.
on-
Here's the thing.
Can I just finish that?
Yeah,
And
sure,
then
sure.
I'll let you whatever you
Sure.
want to say. And so that's when I came up here and told you, and I just informed my boss, hey, this is what's going on. This is my opinion on it, which is what I told them, is just to let you do what you have to do and leave. But you know, and to not do that, the supervisor agreed, and that's when I spoke with them this, and they said, take as much time as you need, do whatever you have to do. I'll just, you know, they just feel more comfortable if I'm in here. I'm not gonna sit here and stare at you.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go get my phone or go just hang out over there. And whenever you're done, I won't even be in eyesight of you. Whenever you're done doing whatever you're doing, and then
it's sad that, but the thing is that their comfort is not an excuse because I'm filing a FOIA.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, I'm filing a FOIA that I will be inspecting these records in person in the same format they are maintained. So basically, I'm not including any contact information whatsoever. I will come back in the next 20 days when these records are supposed to be ready for inspection. And when I do return, I will also be filming as well to make sure I have a receipt for my transaction. So it's because they're claiming they feel uncomfortable. Does that mean every time a member of the public comes in here, has the right to record and fill out FOIA requests, they're going to claim they're uncomfortable and call the police?
I don't know.
There's 5 FOIA requests permitted. There's 6 FOIA requests permitted within 30 days before somebody becomes a voluminous requester or a recurrent requester. However, I'm submitting 1 request. That means I'm going to be back here as many times as I have to gather my records and make sure that they are in compliant with Section 4. But yeah, let me finish writing this up.
I don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother you.
So you're saying that you'll be here for another hour if I decided that that's how long it's going to take me to finish up additional paperwork?
Well, at least until 4 for the last.
Yeah, that's sad, man. That's sad.
If it gets resolved peacefully and everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, a few minutes. I'll have it ready. I'll request a copy, and then
Take your time.
be all set. Yeah. Thanks. Oh my God. All right. Let me finish filling this out. Okay, officer. I am all set with my FOIA request. This will probably be the last time I ask any of these great staff here, or not so great staff, if I could just receive a copy. If not, I'll leave my copy here and I'll be all set for today. Yeah. Excuse me, staff working here at Pace. I do have my FOIA request completed. If I could receive a copy of this FOIA request, I will be all set for today. They did advise you that they will not make any copies?
Correct.
That's fine. Here is my FOIA request here. Let me take a digital image. Your body camera's on, right? That's a digital image. How can I confirm that they'll actually receive this, though? Can I just get an acknowledgement from the staff or something? It's a requirement under section, there's multiple FOIA laws that he's committing, right, he's violating. It's required for the FOIA officer to mark the retention period. Maybe just, should I ask them the last time?
So I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah.
You're just making sure someone physically gets this?
Yes, that's all. Oh, you said you would hand it to them. Yeah, yeah.
You don't need a receipt or anything?
I do need a
I
copy
know
of
you need a
that.
receipt, however, if they refuse, I don't, there's only.
If they refuse, can you ask the employee who you handed it to? What's their first
It'll
name?
be the attorney.
Oh, the FOIA officer. Cool. As long as you confirm with me, that's trust. Yeah, that's trust. Yeah, yeah.
Assuming he's here, we'll see.
Sure.
I don't know, your office was way back there, so.
Yeah. You guys see how they escalate things. I want all the Illinois auditors to come check this place out.
FOIA, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but the FOIA trade has a copy. Yeah.
He has received it in his hand.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
They are not willing to provide a physical copy.
correct.
All right. Have a good day, Pace staff. Yep.
Oh, you're saying Pace.
Pace
I'm
staff.
sorry.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
I'll tell you to have a good rest of your day.
I appreciate you, sir, and yeah. I'll be back in the next 30 days or so. Hopefully, at that time, they're compliant with set rules and laws. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, man. You take care.
God bless you. So yeah, they're clear aware that. Well, no, it's all recorded. It's all recorded.
Yes, sir. He knows. I told him.
All right. Thank you. So that's them. So that's them there. This is the Pace headquarters. And they are indeed non-compliant with the Freedom of Information Act of Illinois. I placed him under private person arrest as well. So we'll follow up with Corporation Counsel and the higher ups about these staff here. Unbelievable how they treat members of the public with disdain. It's sad and unbelievable. Well, you guys already know what to do. Hit the bell, hit the thumb up. Audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. Plenty love. All right.